this is turning out to be an interesting flight. So we are going to fly here in Nairobi, and we are going to do some R-nav navigation, not GPS navigation, but true R-nav navigation with the KNS-80, I think it's called, if I remember correctly. And we are going to fly to an airfield that is even marked on the Microsoft map. So let's close the doors and get this party started. So you can see we have no GPS, only the R-nav, the KNS-80. Yeah, I was right. The gyros are winding down because I jumped into the cockpit before and checked something. That's the whining sound in the background. Why isn't my joystick working? Because... Okay, let's see. Here we go. Okay, let's start this party and make sure that everything is that should be off is actually off, because we don't want any extra. We should check the parking brake. On. Everything here is off. Everything here is off. In. Trim. Fighting the trim. And the trim is good. These three are where they're supposed to be. That thing is down. Off. Yep, and all these are okay. Okay, so first some power. Then we'll check how much we have of it. Set the altitude. Looks good. Nobody is in here with us. It's 33 degrees outside. Let's open up a few vents, lest we get heat stroke. These are the wing vents. Okay, looks good. Ooh, not very nice weather to flying, but fun. So fuel boost normal, wait until we get fuel into the FCDU. See, here comes the fuel, and when it reaches that, it stops because the pressure is where it's supposed to be. Turn it on, and then set the prop to max. We can do that. 5 glows. We are ready to go. First, just to check the fuel flow, zeroed. Very important. And we'll start the ignition. We're looking for the propeller, that it is spinning. We're looking for the pressure, oil pressure is getting up. We're looking for the RPM. We drop RPM, the RPM, fuel, check ITT. Yeah, nice cold start. Happy engine. Let's put in our headset. As you can see, I have opened the air vents on the side here and the ram air vents for the wings. They won't do much until we are in the air. Okay. Let's turn off the starter, set fuel boost to normal. Generator. We have power. Standby generator on. Set this to alternator, and then we check if that the standby alternate power works by tripping the generator. You can follow along here. So this is the trip, and you should see the thing taking over. So this thing takes over. We get power. We get generate power there, and then we do a reset. Put it on generator. Turn on the cabin warning lights. And now we'll test these things here by looking at the draw. Yes, pitot heat. Yes, vane heat. Wing light. Doesn't matter. Well, we can turn it on. Yeah, draw some power. Windows. Windshield anti-ice, that draws a lot of power. Then we have the prop anti-ice. Then we look here and here. Goes up, goes up. And then we have the boots. Have power. Draws power, and we can see the boots. Whoops. And we can see the boots inflating. That's good. Oh, that was a close one. Reset that. Okay. Turn on the lights for the instrument and everything. Let's see. No foreign object coming in here. Let's see, cabin. Turn on the R-nav. This thing. This thing. Pilot. Set B. Well, it was on alt already, so we'll leave it there. Check all our warnings. They work fine. We have plenty of fuel. Everything looks good here still. Let's do our autopilot checks. So we put it on about 30 degrees left, click heading. Joke wanders off. Move it to the right. Wanders off to the right. So that's good. Just to be nice, we set it, center it, and then trip it. Works fine. We'll set the altitude at 2,000 feet. I don't know what altitude we can fly in this. So I'm doing some crisscrossing. Okay, I think we are good for taxi. Yeah. So we'll set this to engine. And do the engine test. Nope. Let's do the navigation. So my plan is to fly from here. And you can see we have some restricted areas here, so we'll fly from here to roundabout here. So let's see, let's aim for something up here. Do we have anything here that is let's fly up to the lake here, or not the lake, the river. Yeah. So then we'll go up to this point here. Nope, I need satellite. I wish these maps could be a little more informative. So here, if we zoom in here, we have an airfield, or an old airfield. I think it's a decommissioned airfield. And that's what we're aiming for. As you can see, we have no way to navigate to it in a conventional way. So what we'll do is we'll set our first waypoint over this island here. And now I need to go to another map for this, which is a little bit sad, but that's the way it is. Because Microsoft Flight Sim hasn't provided us with this yet. So what we are going to do is we're going to use the R-nav computer right here, the KNS-80. And we are going to use that, let's do, just try to remember where it is. So we're going to use ENG. Oh no, we need to go lower, or else we'll hit the... Now we can go straight ahead first and then go. So we'll use the ENG VOR and we'll check that out. The frequency is 115.7. So we'll set the frequency first. 115.987, and it should pop up because we're close to it. Now we need the radial. So from this there is a radio signal going out in all direction, and we need the degrees of in the radial. So if this is 1 degree, this is 2 degrees, this is 3 degrees, all the way around to 360 degrees. We need that's the radial. So we need the radial. But I'm using charts. The app charts for this. You can use. What you need is the radial from a point. You can use Google Earth. You can use other freeware on the internet to find this out. So I'll add point over that. Add a point. Then on my map I'll try to find these islands here. Now this is a bit tricky because with the Niger River it changes all the time. So but this looks actually a lot like the. Okay, so now I have now we can look at this, and so the radial from here to here, the degrees, is 313. So I press data, so we get the radial, and 313, and then we need the distance, so we can click data again. So we need the distance from here to here. That is 74 nautical miles. 7134. Now we've done our first waypoint. So the airplane is using this VOR, but the computer is transposing it here. Okay? Because we know this point, we know the radial from this point, and we know the distance. Now we're going to take the next waypoint. That is that strange airfield. That strange airfield is... where did it go now? Of course it disappeared on me. Neighbor is making noises. Okay, let's see. No, not that kind of noises. Where did my airfield go? Where did my airfield go? I should have put a... yeah, there it is. Okay, so just so we remember where it is. Problem is the distance from here to here is too far. No, we don't. This is stretching it also. You usually don't want more than like 40 nautical miles, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. So we'll use, I think this is more flatlands, this is highlands, so we'll use ABC for info, frequency. So then we display waypoint number 2, 116.3, 116.63. Radial, remember the degrees from this point. I just have to find it. My other map here. Where did the ABC go? There it is. Okay. Point. Here we go. So it's 218 degrees. No, sorry. Yeah, 218 degrees radial. 218 218 degrees, and then the distance, which is 82.4. So we have to get some altitude actually. Well, let's just hope it's close enough, otherwise we will have to use some other. So that's good. Let's do number 3, just in case we lose that. We'll use the BDA. So this is just a precaution. So we have redundancy. That is 112.7. 2.7. The radial is 160 degrees. 60 degrees. And the distance is actually 72. So that's good. 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's actually closer. Yeah, that's good enough. So we'll display 3, and we are going directly to our new nice waypoints. We are switching over to R-nav, and as you can see, it's a little erratic, and that's because we are on the ground. Bad signal makes it erratic, and we are not going to turn directly. We're going to turn a little bit out, so we don't get it. Hit the restricted error. Okay, now we're ready for a taxi. Or let's say west.
Enugu ground. SE tab Tango Alpha Bravo ready to taxi. West departure.
Did you capture that?
Taxi 2 and hold short runway 26 using taxiway. SE tab Tango Alpha Bravo.
I think this thunderstorm is making stuff harder. Okay, the weather radar is actually going to have to work today. We'll set that to standby for now. Let's taxi out. Not that way. Yep. Parking brake. Let's watch out for the tug. And there is some mysterious thing with this airfield too, where if I start from over there, the airplane crashes right about here. So we'll start immediately to the left after we've done our engine checks. So parking brake. Book. We're looking for 400 torque, not 500. We're looking for 400. Good enough. And then we pull the inertial separator. That's that thing there. So, see, now all this crap are getting out on the side. What we are looking for is that we lose a little bit of power, because we lose a little bit of air. So that's good. And then we'll go to 1800 RPM. Then we test the prop governor. Whoa, we should lose some power there. We do. It's good, and we go back to idle. Okay, I think we'll be needing the inertial separator. We have like a lot of stuff going into the engine.
Tower, SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo at runway 26 ready for departure, west departure.
Forgot the taxi lights, but... Oh man.
Clear for takeoff, runway 26, SE Tab Tango Alpha Bravo.
Comms. Need to pull up the volume. And on with the radar. On with the nav lights and the strobes. Flaps. And we are just going to taxi out to the runway, so we won't touch that. Fuel. Everything here looks good. Still hot. Close that. Fuel boost on. Trim. Okay. Parking brake off. Coming in because no one is crazy enough to fly in this weather. Okay. Why don't I get any instrument lights, I wonder. So we'll close these in case of an engine fire. We won't want that into the cockpit. We have a long good red one runway, so we'll be nice to the engine. Okay. Flaps up. Anticipate nose drop. Trim.
SETAB Tango Alpha Bravo. Continue for west departure.
Yeah, the weather is appalling.
Enugu Tower, SETAB Tango Alpha Bravo. Continue for west departure.
Everything here looks good. How's the temperature? Yeah, it's hot outside, so we'll leave the... Let's aim for 3,000 feet. Let's do 1600 foot torque. Okay. So display 1. So this is the one we're going for now. Now, as soon as they say we are out of the area, we can turn right.
SETAB Tango Alpha Bravo. Leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Enugu Tower, SETAB Tango Alpha Bravo. Frequency change.
That's a good little hole in the air. I think we want
Conno Center, SETAB Tango Alpha Bravo is type Cessna Caravan, 5 miles west of Enugu, 2700. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace. SETAB Tango Alpha Bravo, Conno Center, squawk 4254.
Can we go to 4,000? 4254. 4254.
SETAB Tango Alpha Bravo.
Yeah.
Radar contact 6 miles west of Enugu, 3100. Cleared for the Charlie airspace.
Yeah, I think we can do 4,000.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace. SETAB Tango Alpha Bravo.
Nah, I think 3.5 is good enough. That's what we'll do. Yeah, that's good. So we'll do heading, altitude, and as I said before, we'll aim for that hole in the storm there. which means that we are going to are we on set cruise power at this altitude. It's about 1400 if I remember correctly. Let's check the temperature. That's good. Yeah, temperature is going down in the cockpit too. So what we'll do is we'll set down on the heat, we'll set the target 22 degrees. Oops. And we'll close these. Next step is to look at the fuel. And as usual with my aircraft, we are pulling more from the left tank. So we'll turn this off for a little while. We put something to remember that right in front of us. Oh, close one. Yeah. Water will have to have the inertial separator on all the time, because we don't want too much water into the engine. That's not a good thing. The temperature is still 22 degrees outside, so now we might as well go a little bit more to the right. Let's look from the outside. It's going to be noisy. Are you ready? Much nicer. I actually think we can pull that thing in for a while. And pull back on the power to 1400. Okay. And 1750 RPM is good. Yes. So if you don't want to look at this all the time, you can now fast forward. Let's say fast forward like 17 minutes or something like that.
SE tab, Tango Alpha Bravo. You're leaving my airspace. Radar service terminated. Squawk 7000. Frequency change approved. Squawk 7000. Frequency change approved. SE tab, Tango Alpha Bravo. Conno Center, SE tab Tango Alpha Bravo is type Cessna Caravan, 28 miles northwest of Enugu, 3600. Request flight following. SE tab Tango Alpha Bravo, Conno Center. Squawk 4171. SE tab Tango Alpha Bravo. Radar contact 29 miles northwest of Enugu, 3600. QNH 1012. Roger. SE tab Tango Alpha Bravo.
So we are going around. We are going around that thing there. Now we can turn back on course. For now, at least. I don't think we need the inertial separator either. Yes, we do. Oh yeah, we do. Okay. Remember, we are only at 3,500 feet, so we might lose our VOR. Then we'll just set a timer. Keep the course. Or we can go up higher. But then we'll risk. This is much higher than you might think. Then we'll risk losing ground contact. So it's a little bit a matter of what do you rather. Also, we have Niger here, the river. So maybe the prudent thing is to fly over to that and then set the course. Yeah, let's do that. We have the fuel, we have the time. Let's do that. cut the corner a little bit. Might get bumpy. A little bit bumpy. What will do? So temperature is still over 20 degrees Celsius. Now, one other thing about this R-nav transposing VOR signals on other places is that it's not precise, it's not like GPS. You will not drop Christmas presents down anybody's chimney, but however you will find the house. And that, folks, is why R-nav approaches aren't precision approaches. Or at least one of the reasons. You can see that the signal is slowly degrading because the yellow line is getting more and more erratic. We could of course change it here to, because now we have it on en route, we can change it to approach, but then it gets even more erratic. It's more precise, but it gets more erratic. So for just area navigation, getting from A to B, or waypoints, that's the most useful thing. And I actually think that, so with 11.6 nautical miles left, I think this is actually the place that we set our VOR to. So we have that island there, we have this little island here, and we have this island here, and these small here. Shall we cheat? Yeah, let's cheat. Doo-doo. That's kind of cool, right? So we are using that. You are to get here. When we reach 0, we'll change over to next waypoint that we programmed in. Let's change the range of this thing. Now we can't trust it anymore, we are so close. But however, we can trust our eyes. And we have that cake, and we have that cake, and we have this big cake here. See how the speed is now getting ridiculous, and the nautical miles are not counting down in a smooth way. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll change over to waypoint 2. And hope we get a signal. So use display 2. And use 2. No signal. Yes, a signal. We got a signal. Good, good. Let's see which way we are supposed to go. It's a weak signal. Yeah, it's a very weak signal, but hey, it's a signal. Pretty much the same course that we have now. It's a very weak signal. Should we try? Let's try number 3, the other one. That's actually a better signal. Or is it? No, it's not. No. Let's use number 2. See also how the course differs because my measurements aren't perfect. Hello. And we'll that's good enough. And we will keep the flight following until we land, because this airfield isn't actually an airfield, it's an old decommissioned airfield. So if you want to, now you can fast forward like 10 minutes. I think, yeah. Or you can stay with me. Look at the view. And as always with this aircraft, we need to check the fuel. Keep an eye on the fuel gauges. Now, this is, I don't know if I said it before, but you can actually set the autopilot to follow nav, but then the autopilot will follow the yellow line, and you can see how inconvenient that would be, because it's always an intermediate with this weak signal. So it's better to go via heading. Use heading and then try to even things out. Yeah. So the left fuel tank, left wing tank is again racing ahead of the right one, so we'll do that a little while. So we are 7.8 miles out. There should be a little village or a small town, and there should be a lake. And there is a little lake here. There is this is a village, and this looks suspiciously like the runway we are looking for. By the length of it, I suspect it's an old that it is an old decommissioned military field, maybe. Yeah, that's the runway. 5.56. That's good. So we'll turn off the autopilot. And we'll descend. Now I'll keep the inertial separator on because we will be needing it. Definitely be needing it. Trim. No, we did pop some ears now, but see, we found it without GPS. Only radio navigation. We need to be mindful of that. This hill here. We have chimneys there. Okay, now we're loading in the airfield. That doesn't look... Ooh, that looks... That looks sad. We'll try it. I mean, we flew here, so why not? So let's power up. See how we lost the signal behind the hill. What we'll do is we'll actually aim for the chimneys. Not to fly into them, but why not? Hope that we manage to land before that rain over there hits us first. Okay, let's turn on the landing lights. Oh, we got the signal again. Power down a little bit more. Fuel boost on. We leave this one out because, yeah. And we'll turn off the bleed heat because if something happens, we don't want that in our aircraft either. Still lightning outside. Some flaps. First notch. Very good. Yeah. Let's turn base. Set up to max. Another notch of flaps. Thank you very much. Full flaps. This might be bumpy. Really bumpy. We might even encounter some small bushes. But hey, I guess that's why it's called bush flying. Oh, too slow. Yeah, this field hasn't been used in a while. Ooh, oh my god. Oh, that's crap. Oh, that's really bad. Ooh, that's really bad. Ooh. Let's see if we can stop here. So, whoop. What we did not see from the air is that somebody has dug up all the asphalt. That's not nice. See? We might just be better off taxiing on the grass. Let's turn off the weather radar. We can cancel our
Delta November Lima Oscar traffic. SE-Tab Tango Alpha Bravo is taxiing to parking. Delta November Lima Oscar.
Is this down low, or is down low the nearest airport from this airport? I don't know. just set the transponder to standby. All these things are off. It's pretty hot outside, so we won't turn on the heat again. Let's open the window. Ah, that's the bush I talked about. Well, yeah, let's leave the nav lights on. Whoa. What I want to do is that. Okay. And I want to turn up the flaps. Can we keep the nose wheel of this part that still has asphalt or hard surface? Somebody stole the runway from us. Brake, fuel pump to normal, propeller to in, everything is off, off. Boost pump off. Standby alternating power off. Okay. I think we are good. And then we can let our passengers out. While they do their thing, we can go here and turn on the gust lock because weather. Nice. Thank you for watching, and please, if you would like to, subscribe. Thank you.